I know ideals aren't realities, but they do influence reality, social, legal, political, cultural, meaning ideals are not necessarily realities because an idea comes somewhere from the other side of the universe or the planet. An idea is a creation of the universe and also a development and cultivation of the human psyche, of the subjective faculties and other mental powers. So it's all subjective and mental at the same time, but then again, it takes place in the mind. Inside of the mind comes ideas. So ideas are born of directly the mind and not from circumstances, realities, conditions, situations that are practical, reasonable, in which we find ourselves, that are difficult, dangerous, that we're constantly dealing with and struggling with our whole lives. But then again, ideals are born in our minds, inside of our intellectual faculties, in one or another, that are both subjective and objective at the same time. But even if ideals are not necessarily the reflection of the realities of corruption, evil, injustice, inequality, hatred, envy, hostility, by which we're plagued and by which we're confronted with, but still without the influence of ideals in our lives, neither can we grow nor can we learn or progress in our lives in anything at all. And that's why ideals, in that sense and circumstance, become absolutely important, invincible, imperative, and undeniable in our lives, not only for a consistent growth, progress, learning on an individual level, but also for collective cohesion, societal unity, and outside uniformity. Without ideals, we are going not to be able to bring that kind of unity, justification, freedom into the societal architecture, and that's why ideals are important in one way or another, even though they are not necessarily practical, even though they cannot be readily applied and transformed into actual conditions, realities, but still without ideals, we are nothing. Ideals are the foundation of our courage, positivity, motivation, and all the other good virtues and feelings that we feel within ourselves happens not just because of money, doing pleasure, but also because of ideals, also because of our reliancy and dependency upon different kinds of ideals in ideas and both great people in one way or another. So ideals are good, but they are not realities, but they still certainly influence reality on both social, legal, political, and cultural levels in one way or another. So ideals are good, but not always dependable, but also necessary for basically meaning, significance, authenticity, sobriety into life. But then again, they don't always work, but still we have to live with that. We have to adjust our ideals and also